In this video, the process of using ESP-IDF within Visual Studio Code is demonstrated, including implementing and running an existing example project. Begin by opening Visual Studio Code and creating a new profile. A new profile provides a clean environment with no extensions or pre-existing settings. Create a profile named Espressive and activate it. This profile will be dedicated to ESP32 device development. Next, open the Extensions tab, search for Espressive-IDF and install the extension. Once the installation is complete, a notification appears prompting to open the setup wizard. In the setup wizard, choose this configuration that uses the already installed Espressive-IDF from the previous video. The wizard automatically detects all installed IDF. Select the detected configuration to complete the setup. To demonstrate functionality, open an existing example project. Select Show Example, choose the ESP-IDF version installed earlier, v5.5.1, and browse the list of available examples. Select the Blink example, then choose a preferred save location. For consistency, the same ESP folder used for ESP32 projects can be selected. Once created, the project will automatically open in Visual Studio Code. The ESP-IDF toolbar appears at the bottom of the interface, providing quick access to build, flash, and monitor options. Commands can also be executed through the IDF terminal. Either method achieves the same result. The next step is to configure the target device. Click the device name in the status bar and select ESP32-S3. In the drop-down, choose the connection option via built-in USB tag. On the ESP32-S3 board, two USB ports are typically provided, one for UART and one for USB. Connect the USB port to the PC. Once the target is set, proceed with building the project to verify the setup. A successful build confirms that the environment is functioning correctly. Now, even if this project is flashed to the board, it might not blink because the GPIO pin configured on the board might be different. So, refer to the datasheet or check the board to identify which pin is assigned to LED. On my board, it is mentioned as RGB at IO48 next to the LED. So, GPIO48 is used for LED on board. To modify the pin assignment through the graphical interface, run idf.py menu config in the terminal. Navigate to Example Configuration, blink GPIO number, and then update the value to 48. Press Enter followed by S to save and Q to exit. Once configured, execute idf.py flash monitor to flash the firmware to the board and open the serial monitor. The LED should now blink, confirming successful operation. If an error appears stating target ESP32-S3 specified on the command line is not consistent with target ESP32 in the environment, this indicates a target mismatch. To resolve it, delete the build folder manually, then run idf.py set-target ESP32-S3 or reselect the target device as demonstrated earlier. After correcting the target, rebuild the project. This completes the demonstration of setting up and running an ESP-IDF example in Visual Studio Code. The next video will explore implementing another example project.